Design kills. Well, some of them can. Have you heard of these ones? Hi, I'm Rama. This channel is about creativity, leadership, and how it relates to everyday life. Today we're looking at 3 dangerous designs, starting with some from the US. And at the end of the video, I'll give you a couple of hacks that you can use as a consumer or a creator to make the designs on our shelves more useful, desirable, and safe. Our first design in the Hall of Shame comes from the 1970s and one of the largest car companies in the world. The Ford Pinto has become a cautionary tale of what not to do and therefore makes the list for this video. If you are unlucky enough to own a Pinto, you'd have to drive it very carefully, preferably when no one else was on the road or especially behind you. A bad fuel tank design meant it could break and catch fire in a rear-end smash, turning a traffic accident into a fire engine incident. When internal memos showed that the Ford bosses at the time actually knew about the fault, but decided against redesigning it because it was cheaper to settle lawsuits from accidents, the public went wild. And there was a huge outcry. 1.5 million vehicles were recalled in 1978, and the design of this Pinto model became one that still stinks to this day. The next dangerous design is the inflatable bandside pool slide, sold between 2005 and 2009. The slide could deflate when anyone was using it, with kids and adults falling from dangerous heights onto the hard floor instead of the soft water. After a whole bunch of injuries, the product was recalled in 2012. The final product in this infamous trio is the Easy Bake Oven from 2007. This one clocked up an incredible 250 reports of kids getting fingers or hands caught in the oven door, and 77 burn injuries as well. Hasbro, the company behind the toy, had to recall nearly 1 million units in 2007, though we were told that earlier and later ovens were not affected. So what did these 3 designs have in common? Well, it was consumer groups who brought attention to the design failures. It was consumers who brought attention to the issues. So don't just throw the thing away, return it to Amazon, or call it a day if it doesn't work. Get in touch with the company themselves, or get onto a consumer authority, especially if you think it's dangerous. Look online to see if it's a known issue. Most companies welcome feedback as it lets them know how the design is being used, and it can help them improve the next version. And if you are creating your own idea, whether you are an individual or an organization, make sure you test it with a range of people, folks of different ages, abilities, sizes, shapes, genders, and backgrounds. This is something I often did as a designer, and it makes every idea better. Do this up front and it will save pain later. Ford and Hasbro, 2 of the companies involved in these products, had to make things right and worked really hard to rebuild trust, but lives were impacted, people were affected, so we should all do what we can to avoid this. In future videos, we will look at designs from other countries and regions and see what we can learn from them as well. So hit that notification bell and subscribe to hear more. Wishing you a good week ahead with joy, faith, and grace.